Well, it's a privilege to be here. I'm holding my granddaughter, Claire, and how many women can fly jets for the Air Force, start a business here in Arizona, be in business for 15 years, raise 2 kids, and have a wonderful grandchild. We love Arizona. This is our home. This is our son George's and his wife's home, our daughter Emily's home, and life doesn't get any better than this. Thank you.
Everybody, thanks to Chandler Republican Women for having us, and the answer to that question is tough, and that's why I went to college. But it did set me up to set campaign signs real well with steel post driver. So I've been really good at that on the campaign. So the story of the week from the campaign. We have a forum hosted by the Chandler Chamber of Commerce at Chandler City Council Chambers. And the question gets posed, how do you feel about renewable sources of energy? And what do you think about America's domestic energy policy? And all this sunshine made me think of this because one of my Democrat opponents in the race says, well, I like algae. So a couple of other people gave their answer, and of course that wasn't all he said. He gave a few other things, and it gets to me, and I looked at the crowd just like I'm doing now, and I said, you know, I don't know about you folks, but my car doesn't run on sunshine or algae. And ironically, I got about the same reaction out of the crowd. One last thing, you know you've hit the big time when you got the DNC tracker following you, and if there's one guy I actually have respect for who's here tonight, is this gentleman, Will, in the blue shirt. Will came up to me a few nights ago and he says, Mr. Grantham? And I said, yeah. He says, I'm Will and I'm your tracker. It's a pleasure to meet you. So thanks for letting us be here. My wife Patricia and I appreciate it. Thank you, Chandler Republican Women. Caitlin, make sure I do that right, and Kristen, who had dance recital today. We don't usually wear lipstick, but that's why we're dressed up like this. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Leah Campo-Chandelbauer, and I'm running for Congress, as he said, in District 9 on an unreserved defense of America's free enterprise system. I'm here tonight with my 4 children, Christian, Isabella, running around there, Xavier and Soledad, and my husband is here in spirit, but he is actually in Afghanistan. He'll be deployed there for the next year. You know, when Nancy called me and said I had to tell an interesting story, I was kind of flummoxed, to have to admit. I didn't know what to say, but I'll just tell you that I'll never forget the night before I announced for Congress when my husband and I sat our 4 children down and told them that while for their lives they knew that their mother was a great mom who had a desk job at a U.S. embassy, she was actually a spy for the Central Intelligence Agency, and I will never forget the week that ensued, and it only lasted 1 week, but I became the coolest mom in the neighborhood. So that's my story. Thank you very much.
You know, when Sheriff Arpaio's posse released their findings about 3 months ago that the birth certificate on the White House website might be fraudulent, I started getting thousands of emails and letters from people who were concerned. Now, most of them were asking me to do impossible things, like require that the president bring his original birth certificate from Hawaii and put it on my desk in order to get on the ballot. Well, with all due respect, that's not going to happen. In fact, I even called the Arizona Vital Records Department, and they confirmed that I couldn't get my own original birth certificate on my own desk. No state is going to release that. Well, amongst the thousands of emails I got, there were a few who let me know about a little provision in Hawaii law that allowed government officials from other states to ask Hawaii to verify whether or not they had the certificate. So I called, spoke to a lady who said, yes, you send $5 in with a little certificate, and we send it to you. And that's what I did. Unfortunately, how about 10 seconds? Anyway, the liberal press blew it completely out of proportion, made it look like I was challenging the president's eligibility on the ballot. Nothing could be further from the truth. He will be on the ballot as long as he fills out the same paperwork in August or September that everybody else has to. So thank you, Ken Bennett, Secretary of State, and maybe in a couple of years you'll hear about a governor's race. Thank you.
Go! Let's do it again. Who did it? Matt Salmon? All right. Matt Salmon wins the award. The certificate of appreciation is awarded to the seed spitter extraordinaire. All right.
Okay, I've been asked to do a song that I wrote new words to John Denver's Thank God I'm a Country Boy. This is called Thank God I'm Republican. I'm not sure you're going to be able to hear the guitar much, but... Well, life in Arizona is kind of laid back. Ain't much an old pressure boy like me can't hack. Now all we gotta do is take Washington back. Thank God I'm Republican. Well, voting, you can vote in our elections if you show some ID, but you gotta be a citizen with no felonies. If you come into our country, use the front door, please. Thank God I'm Republican. Here we got us a governor, the House and the Senate, while the Democrats cry and complain every minute. Where on November 6th, Mitt Romney's gonna win it. Thank God I'm Republican. Well, living in our means never did us no harm, but the president thinks money grows on a farm. His policies suck and he's running out of charm. We need a Republican. Well, Obama gives a speech, so we'll think he really cares. The economy's so bad it has given him gray hair. The first thing we should do is repeal Obamacare. We need a Republican. Here we got us the governor, House and the Senate, while the Democrats cry and complain every minute. On November 6th, Mitt Romney's gonna win it. We need a Republican. Well, Obama gives a speech, so we'll think he really cares. The economy's so bad, it has given him gray hair. The first thing we should do is repeal Obamacare. We need a Republican. We don't need higher taxes. The spending is too high. He's asking for more money, but he can't tell us why. His lips are still moving, so here comes another lie. We need a Republican. Here we got us a governor, the House and the Senate, while the Democrats cry and complain every minute. On November 6th, Mitt Romney's gonna win it. We need a Republican. And I heard through the night with the light from above. Can't hear you. From the mountain to the prairie to the ocean, like a cold. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home. Let's do it again since everybody's now paying attention. God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairie to the ocean, white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my